Hey, what's going on everyone? My name's UltraSonicHero and welcome to a brand new episode of UltraCritic. On today's episode, we are going to be reviewing the very first Sonic the Hedgehog game that was originated in 1991, and it somehow made Sonic the loving icon that we know and love today. But the big question that I'm going to ask you obviously is, does Sonic the Hedgehog still stand out as a true loving classic? Let's find out together as we cue the title cards. Sonic the Hedgehog was the very first video game that was released back in 1991, and how Sonic became a well-known mascot to Sega in the classic era. I used to enjoy playing this game many times when I was such a young child. And it was how I got into playing Sonic the Hedgehog games and started watching TV shows, considering that some games and shows brought me nostalgia and excitement. It was a game I could never stop playing. Since the game came out in the 90s, Sonic has been one of my favorite games to entertain me for my amusement, and just explore secrets even I had never seen in all of my years of my childhood. So let's go ahead and explore deeper into the game while I discuss and explain what this game is all about. Once again, I will be doing another comparison, but this time on different consoles I own at the moment, such as the Nintendo Switch and the PC, and I will be showing you some slight differences to what the game quality represents. I know both of the gameplays might look the same because of the pixel sprites and how the game was developed nearly 3 decades back, but compared to some key differences, there's no denying that the PC's quality outshines the Switch. Sonic the Hedgehog is a video game where you play as... yep, you guessed it, Sonic. And your main objective is to venture through 6 zones and defeat the infamous Dr. Ivor Robotnik, also known as Dr. Eggman, who is keeping all those innocent flickies inside these capsules. That just makes me so sad, that somebody would harm such beautiful lively creatures. Well, know this, when I find him, I'll f***ing roast him, and I'll boil up his insides so I can have him for breakfast or dinner. Scramble the whole. Sorry about that. Some things that are better said than not. Anyway, moving on, as you begin the game you'll get a Sega title card and a sweet introduction to the upcoming title screen, with no options at all. But if you press the start button, the screen will then turn black, and a second later you'll start to play the game to defeat your unworthy rival. Let's go through everything we come across while I chat about the game's mechanics and every stage on Sonic the Hedgehog. At the beginning of the game, you start off on a stage called Green Hill. As some of you know, in my honest opinion, that level is overrated and overused for other Sonic games, and I know what some people are going to say in the comments down below, but please do respect my opinions on this, as I'm a Sonic fan and I've known these games for over 2 decades of my life, and that's what really inspired me to be a voice actor, a music composer, and a gamer. Along the way, you will encounter some different types of badniks from Green Hill to Scrap Brain Zone, but you will also encounter other obstacles that will be so painful to avoid, such as flames, lava, electricity, saw blades, platforms that will flatten you, ouch, swinging spike balls, and of course sharp and pointy but deadly spikes! Seriously, those spikes are my #1 enemy, and I'll always despise them. There are 6 zones in total: Green Hill, Marble Zone, Spring Yard, Labyrinth, Starlight Zone, and lastly, Scrap Brain. If you notice, on Act 3 it'll almost look the same as the Labyrinth Zone, but the color palettes are different. Okay? Keep in mind that the Labyrinth Zone is a water level. Make sure that you grab the bubbles without losing all of your oxygen, otherwise you're gonna drown. And he drowned. Oh dear. While venturing on each stage, you will be collecting rings to get a high score and hitting monitors that will contain useful items. The barrier will protect Sonic to prevent him from losing his rings from badniks, projectiles, and even obstacles that are in his way. Speed shoes will make Sonic run super fast, but may lead to some disadvantages if you end up bumping into a badnik, hitting obstacles, and even falling to bottomless pits. The ring monitor will give Sonic 10 rings as a bonus. The more rings you collect, the higher the score, if you successfully complete the act without losing that many. The invincibility monitor will allow Sonic to become invincible for about 20 seconds, and is extremely useful to whenever you need to withstand just about anything. well, apart from getting squished and falling to bottomless pits. Yeah, I intend to die to those sometimes, so just try not to get too carried away. And lastly, Sonic monitors. What do they do, you ask? Simple. They just give you an extra life, even if you were on the verge to getting a game over. Talking of which, I've been meaning to discuss about the rings which are important. If you are a Sonic gamer like myself, then I'll go through the basics of the original Sonic game. Collecting 100 rings will get you an extra life. Stop right there. You see the giant ring at the end of the goal? That's where you can enter the special stages. In order to gain access to the special stages, you will need to acquire at least 50 rings or higher to get there. However, if you gather less than that, then you will not be able to enter the special stage, and you're left with no other option but to complete the act or level. Gathered enough rings? Then what are you waiting for? Jump in! Here's a warning. The special stages will probably make you feel uneasy and will give you a real headache. Once you're in the special stage, your main objective is to get the Chaos Emerald while avoiding the goals, which will end the stage automatically. And just a heads up, if you collect enough rings, you'll earn a continue token. In case if you did lose all of your lives and had to continue, you'll get another chance to replay the level you last left off. Lose all of your lives and it's game over for you. RIP. If you do succeed in getting the Chaos Emerald, it's yours, and it brings you one step closer to the good ending. There are 6 in total for the first Sonic game, and if you fail to get all of them after completing the game, you'll just get the normal ending. Getting all of them and you will get the good ending, and they all live happily ever after. Not that's the end of the video, don't worry guys. Each time when I played the special stages while the maze is rotating continuously really made me dizzy and uncomfortable. And something tells me that I'll be puking in the next minute. Actually, I think I'm gonna... that feels much better. Let's get back to the video. Let's move on to the mechanics. Sonic can move left or right, look up and down as if he was busting some dance moves in a disco, and he can even tuck and roll while running fast and slow, but cannot perform a spin dash because of the first game back in 1991. It's never had a spin dash to begin with, and of course Sonic can jump and hit bandits on top of them. But beware that some bandits may have spikes on top of them, and just to save you some trouble, you can take him out by doing a tuck and roll mechanic to avoid losing rings and from being assaulted. That's animal cruelty, Eggman! Where is your damn loyalty? Each zone that you traverse will have 3 acts. The third act for each zone will have a boss fight, and each boss fight will show a different opening where you need to attack him before he flees away. And keep a note that it will take 8 shots to take down the boss, so you can proceed on to finish the level. And talking of finishing levels, there's something I've been meaning to show you. When you reach to the goals on Act 1 and 2, there's something off about the bonus emblems that gives you points. The 100-point emblems display on the gameplay screen but does not show on the HUD score. Seriously, what the hell? When you reach to the final boss, you will have no rings to carry to protect you, which is unfair considering you need to deliver 8 hits to Eggman to complete the game. Not only do you have to avoid the incoming lightning projectiles, but also you will have to avoid platforms that move vertically up and down, and Eggman is hiding in one of them. Get him at the right time and you should see a white flash that indicates that you successfully got him. After defeating Eggman in his final battle, depending how you completed the game, fail to get all of them, then you are left with the normal ending, but get all of them, you get the good ending. And at the end of the credits, you will see Eggman taking his frustrations out on the text that displays the end. Yeah, it serves you right for poorly executing your plan of world domination. Pardon for that stupid pun. Mechanics were okay, but there is definitely no excuse for the special stages that made me slightly dizzy. As for the soundtrack, it was pretty catchy and enjoyable to listen to, but I do find that the special stage music was a bit unsettling in my opinion. Sound effects were fine the way they were for a Sega Genesis game, and now it brings me to my big question. How would I rate the very first Sonic the Hedgehog game out of 10? Well, it may not be a perfect classic icon, but it is a classic in my own book, and I would definitely return to play this game over and over again. And for that reason, I would give this game a 7 out of 10. I would have loved to see some better improvements for the special stage, but overall I still enjoyed it. And I truly believe that this game stands out as a pure classic. And that, my friends, is my review of the very first Sonic the Hedgehog game. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you enjoyed it all the way up to the end, make sure to smash a like, subscribe to my channel for more content, and don't forget to click on the bell to get notified on all my uploads. And if you do want to follow me on my social media, the links will be provided in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I hope to see all of you in the next video. Take care.